Good morning guys, part 2 of the Crunchbase lead scraping video. Today I'm going to show you how to format all of the leads that we've crawled. In the last episode I already showed you how to get the leads out of Crunchbase, how to enrich them using Apollo, and how to do the VLOOKUPs as you can see here. And this is our final sheet for the moment. But what we need to do next is we need to validate all of the email addresses that we've got before we send out any emails to the actual campaigns. We need to format the names so that we have first name and then full name, and also to check all of the email addresses and a few more things. Let's get started. If you've missed the last video, feel free to check out, the link will be in the video description. And the first thing we will do in this video is to export the whole sheet and upload it into an email validation tool. The tool I use is called Email List Validation. I will check if I can get a special deal for you guys, and we'll put it in the description of the video. So feel free to check if you are looking for a tool to validate all of your leads. After you log in, you just upload it, just like I did, and then you just hit verify. The list is already verified, and after it's verified you will also receive an email because it can take some time depending on your file size. What you need to do is you hit details. What I like to do before I do that, you can just make the window bigger, or I just zoomed a little bit out because it scrolls down and I don't know if it's like the correct sheet. And if you click detail right now, you usually see it here on the right side, which I like better, so I exactly know it's the sheet that I'm looking for. You just hit download, and then I always choose all results. And when it starts to download, you can check, depending on the naming, if it says result all, it's all results, so it's correct. Sometimes you just hit all results, you download it, and it says result okay. So you need to make sure when downloading that it's correct. If it's wrong, you can just reload the page and try again. But usually on the second or third try it should work, and it's not that often that an error like this appears. What we do next is you just open another tab here. I like to call it Verified, and then you can just import the new file here. You can just drag and drop the sheet, append to current sheet, import data. What we have here is, I just copy and paste this row so you can see it better. So you have the result and the full name in one column, so we need to separate that. I've been using a tool called split names to split these two things, but it takes a lot of time. I can just show you real quick as an example how that thing works, but I've found a way which does it very quick. So I use that one. So for example, you can choose that you are looking for the first name, and you can include the headings. Let's see how that goes. I just started so it just removed the last names here, but let me stop that real quick. So it goes really row by row and does the adjustments, but I don't like that. So what I like to do is you can directly go to data, you can hit split text to columns, boom, you're done. So now we have all of the results and all of the full names, which is great, and we don't have to wait for like 10-20 minutes for it to go through all of the rows, and especially if you have bigger sheets with 10,000, 20,000 leads, it's a big struggle. We need for now only the result, because we can save our time and not work on the ones that we don't use. So I like to put them here, the results, and I like to also import the results into our campaign later on, so that I can check if the unknown leads got any replies, or if we only get replies from valid results. so that we also only use the valid ones, for example, depending on the source. And what I like to do here is to select the whole sheet and apply the filter. And now we can just have a quick look if we only have the results we are looking for. So for example, here we have just a dash. Let me check real quick what that means. So we don't have any result here, so I would just put unknown here. Let me just copy paste it here. Issues like that can happen. I also have my SOP here, by the way. You can just use this one, what I also use for the sheets if you like. So you can just open up a new Google Sheet and you will have like the OG VLOOKUP 1 and VLOOKUP 2, just like I use it for my own sheets if you like. And what we are going to do now is, I like to have an SOP so I exactly know which steps to do and to not be confused with the things or forgot any steps, which can happen. So I like to uncheck the filters for valid, for unknown and catch-all emails, and then I just duplicate the sheet and call it only verified, and then I just select the whole sheet. I will command and click on the first header row and do a right click here and delete the selected rows. So we just get rid of all of the rows that we don't need, that we cannot use for a campaign. And we are left with 1115 leads from an original of, let me check real quick, 1505. So almost 400 were unvalid. What we do next is we need to split the full names into first names. So I will just copy and paste the sheet again because we can use the full names. Now we also hit the same separator, and now you can just hit space, and as you can see it gave us results for the first and second column after the first one. And sometimes if people have multiple names, it can be even 4 or 5 columns. So you can just see right here how many columns we got, and you can just delete the ones that we don't need. You can also check here if you only have blanks or if you have any results. So this will be our first name, and this one we don't need because we already have the full name column also if we need the full name actually. So you can also give it like a quick scroll to see if anything seems wrong. For example, here you only have a letter, so I'm pretty sure that guy isn't called G. So you can just go to the LinkedIn profile and have a look how that guy is really called. And here you can see that this guy is called Srini or Srinivasa. Let's take maybe this one. Maybe it will feel a little more personalized, and just paste it here. Let's have a look real quick if we see anything else. Here we have CC. You can also check the email address to see. Seems like it's his real name, I don't know. Everything else looks legit for now. So what we need to do is select both rows, Command and X to cut out, and insert a new column here and just paste both here. Perfect. So if you need to use the location, you can also check here, for example, for blanks. For the specific campaign, it's not that important. So because if you want to use it in the copy, you need to have like the specific location. For all rows it's important. but if you don't have it or if you don't need it, you don't have to use it. What I also like to do is to check if we see anything that seems like the roles shifted. So for example, we usually have here LinkedIn URLs, but it seems like we also got some email addresses here. So this is an indication for me that some roles shifted, which is the case here. So the email address is correct. Here we have the industry, which is not correct. We have here the company names and here the roles. So I would just copy this and just paste the whole thing here, which is now correct, and do the same thing here again, which is also now correct. And now we can go back, select all, hit OK, and we can also quickly check here if anything got messed up. And usually if we have like the websites where all of the rows have the same beginning as HTTP, if they are websites, and there's anything other outstanding like just a normal value, you will probably see it very quickly and you know that something's wrong. That looks great for now. What we need to do next is to format the company names. What I like to do here is to just copy and paste it here, and to have a second column with the same naming. I open up ChatGPT, and what we need to do is I just insert a quick prompt, and I can just choose all of the company names and just copy paste it, and it will automatically reformat them for me. Here you can see the results. For you to have a better understanding of what this actually does is, for example, if the company name is Morpheus Data in the sheet, I cannot have this together with hybrid cloud management platform in my copy. I need to reformat that, and I just wrote this prompt that you see at the beginning. I get like an output which I can use for my copy, which feels a little more natural. And I also implemented a lot of examples here from mistakes that I saw from earlier campaigns that I've done. So I gave a lot of examples about how to shorten the company names so that I can actually use them. And what I like to do after I paste them here is to check if the last one's correct. It automatically removes things like this ink or limited or anything that isn't useful for my needs for the copy. And after you paste it in, you just select the next batch and just put in here, for example, 800, and then you just copy it. You can paste it again. Second one is also finished. I just paste the results here, quickly check again. The last one lines up, so we can start with the third one. So we do this until we are completely finished with the whole sheet. Alright, that's perfect, and as you can see, everything lines up and everything is shortened, which is great. What I like to do before I finish this is I like to have a quick look here if anything seems wrong, or what you can also do is I like to shorten the column a little bit more, and then to see if anything is overstanding, so it might be too long to have anything unnecessary there, which feels a little unnatural in the cold email copy. Let me see if I can find any examples, or everything is fine here. That seems great so far. And I also have in the prompt that if anything is wrong or ChatGPT is unsure about some names, it gives me as a result #NA. But for this specific case, everything seems to work fine. So what we can do is we can delete this row, the old column, and just copy and paste the new company names here. Delete this also, and we are completely finished. We have the full name, the first names, the email addresses, everything we need, and then we can just export the file as a CSV and then upload it into our email sending tool. I use SmartLead. If you have any questions on the next steps, how to set up the campaigns, I think that's not very hard for everybody or any complicated. But if that's the case for you, just let me know, hit me up in the comments and let me know if you would like to see another tutorial. I hope you like that it's step by step, because a lot of the informations I just shared with you are from my personal experiences launching hundreds of cold email campaigns, and I never saw any kind of tutorial where everything is in such detail explained. So I hope it helps you to reach your goals with cold emails. So feel free to give some love back, comment and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you would like to see anything else, just write a comment. And if all of this sounds too complicated for you, or you just don't have time to implement but you want to do cold outreach, feel free to book a call with me. The link will be in the video description, so we can get to know each other and see if I can help you reach your goals doing cold emails and cold outreach. See you in the next one. Bye.